essersi rivisto nella coreografia che gli ha dedicato la curva e soprattutto alla fine 32 anni dopo aver propiziato il primo gol che ha aperto le marcature per noi contro l'Inter, cioè quello di Alex di testa, proprio come successe 32 anni fa. Allora andiamolo ad ascoltare, Mark Hateley in esclusiva per voi.
Cari amici, cari abbonati, un collegamento importante, un collegamento emozionante. Siamo collegati con lui, con Mark Attila Hateley, l'uomo che 32 anni fa è saltato più in alto di tutti nel derby e ci ha regalato una grande gioia che compare in tanti poster ancora oggi, che compare in tante foto di WhatsApp, che compare dappertutto, perché è un brivido destinato a durare nel tempo. È con noi Mark Hateley. Hi Attila, how are you?
I am fine, thank you. A very emotional weekend it was. Watching the derby, watching Milan win, a great victory. More surprisingly, a big shot of myself from many years ago on the Corval. So it was a big surprise, very emotional.
Do you remember that goal? We were on 1-1. And Pietro Paolo Virdis did Crocs for you, and a great goal over Collovati and over Inter. We'll never forget that goal. And you, Mark?
Yeah, listen. I'm sat in my study now, and I have two big pictures of that goal. On my wall, one in black and white and one in colour, and it's just an enormous occasion and a massive part of my career. That goal was. I remember it very clearly, as if it was yesterday. I remember the ball from Verdis coming in, very good cross. I remember getting half a metre on Collovati, and I remember Walter Zenga, who I see every now and then, Walter, doing the TV. But it was one of those goals that probably is a goal in a lifetime. It makes a career. But more importantly, in my early career at Milan, it was very important for me, and especially for the team. It was a team that was, coming back from, the lower ranks, and it was a great day for everybody, and the club in general, and for the supporters. And as we saw at the weekend, the supporters never forget something special like that, and as special as it is to the supporters, it's equally as special to me.
At that times, it were 6 years that AC Milan didn't win the derby.
Yes.
Your goal was a great liberation.
Yes, it was a great weight, I think, off the club. Not to your biggest rivals. I mean, that is what you're always measured against. I know you play in a league of many teams, but when you share a stadium and you have two great teams that play in one stadium, I think the fans' right to be the best team of that stadium, or the best team of a city, a great city like Milan. It's always good to win, and it's like at the weekend there. I think it was very important for Milan to win that game, because that last victory could be the last victory, but there could be a Coppa Italia final between the two. I doubt it, but the last victory gives the fans the right to be, the best team in the San Siro and the best team in Milan, as I would see it. And I think it was the proof, when you can beat your big rivals, that you can be great again. And I think at that particular time of that goal, I think that sent a message throughout Milan, throughout Italy, that Milan were back as a club that could be challenging.
Mark, did you like the sheen, the choreography that our supporters, our curva, did immediately before the derby on Sunday evening?
It was beautiful. It was very. I was actually out in Qatar doing the derby for beIN Sports, And you know, we were talking as the players were coming out of the tunnel onto the pitch, and the camera was panning around the supporters, and everybody in the studio that I was working with noticed that it was me, and it was only me that didn't notice me. It was very, very funny.
Yes.
You know, I was too busy looking at the players, and everybody had recognised an ugly young man that was plastered all over the curva.
And Mark, you are born in a city called Derby.
Yes, absolutely. My city is Derby in the central Midlands of England. So, you know, that was the omen. I was born to play in derbies.
The last question, Mark. What do you remember of AC Milan in general, outside the derby, and about Silvio Berlusconi?
Yeah, it's a beautiful place for me. So many memories, great colleagues. The football club, Niels Liedholm, the manager, coach, was fantastic for me. A young Fabio Capello there as well, a coach, and they basically made me the player that went on to have the career that I did. I had a good career, and it was all based around those two guys. You know, they coached me very, very well. They spent a lot of time with me, and you know, so many great memories. The players were fantastic with me, and myself and Ray Wilkins, it must be said. But the fans especially, I think they are what make players great. You know, the encouragement and the love that they give to the players. It was just a fantastic 3 years for me. Mr. Berlusconi came in, and obviously you've taken the club on again. He had a vision of you know what he wanted to do. It was obviously he wanted his players in, but there was no malice or unkindness between us. I think we still. I've met him since I played at Milan, and I would like to think we remain very good friends. The club is still very dear to me, and I always watch every weekend for Milan results.
Attila, I was in that derby at a few meters from you on the stadium.
Yes.
My heart always for you. All the best for you, and thank you forever.
Thank you very much. You're very, very kind, and my heart will always be with Milan.
Insomma, direi un